Hello, my name is Trina, and welcome to another episode of whoever cares what it's called. But the name of this channel is The Narcissistic Fog Kills, and that is so true. Uh, Sometimes it can get to that point if you stay with a narcissist for too long, your health can get so bad that you actually die. And a lot of times I feel like my narcissistic husband wishes I were dead, wishes his son was dead. I know that's a very harsh thing to say, but it feels that way. And all of you out there know what I'm talking about. If you're experiencing uh, extreme abuse from a narcissist in your life, whether it's a husband, a wife, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a brother, sister, mother, coworker, they exist all over the world, in every facets of the world, all over. Today I want to talk to you guys about narcissists and how they take care of their pets. Um, I had a total, or me and my family, my husband, my son, and me, had a total of 3 cats. Let's just go to the first cat, and I'll tell you why this is so vicious. The first cat, he was a black and white cat. He was beautiful. My husband named him Adolf because he had a patch underneath his nose that reminded him of Adolf Hitler. He was a black and white cow cat, and his name was Adolf. I didn't find that funny. So anyway, but I liked the cat. The cat was beautiful, and it was very, very mellow. We we had him for quite a while. My husband had him before I even got together with him. And to be honest with you, that was the one thing that drew me to him was his cat. His cat was beautiful. And this cat, when I first met him, he just came right up to me like he knew me. So, I love animals. So, cut to many years later, this cat survived a lot. It survived 3 moves. Once when we were living in Midtown, and then we had to move from this house we were living in. Then we moved to an apartment he was with us, and then we moved to a house where we were renting. And so at his final destination, the house that we were renting, that we rented for 12 years, um, my husband picked me up from work because at the time I was working at Whole Foods Market. And he told me that Adolf is dead. And I'm like, what? How? And he said, I ran over him when I was pulling out. I didn't see him. I ran over him. I'm like, what? So he ended up burying the body of our cat Adolf in the backyard underneath the almond tree. It was it was very fucked up. I was very livid and mad, but at the same time, I was thinking somebody wouldn't do that on purpose. Somebody wouldn't run over a cat on purpose if they claim to love the cat so much. So Adolf's gone. Now we've got the orange tabby. The orange tabby's name is Maybach. He was beautiful. He liked to prance around. He was like the expert of parkour. He was a beautiful cat. Yeah, orange short-haired tabby. We adopted him because the owners left him behind. And I really detest when people do that with their pets. Just leave them behind. Oh, we don't have enough space, so we just have to leave them behind. That's bullshit. So anyway, um, that's a whole separate story. But anyway, yeah, so we had the orange tabby, and the orange tabby was really cool. He was really fond of me the most because I didn't complain about his claws. His claws would come out sometimes. So I just put a pillow on my lap, and he could sit on there if he wants to. He just needs to dig his claws into things. When he'd go outside, he'd scratch his claws on the bark of the tree and stuff because that's what cats do. They sharpen their claws. This is a part of their anatomy. So anyway, my husband decided to get a new cat, bring a kitten to live with us, and we have an adult cat. So cut to the kitten was very much not wanting my Bach around, and so he like totally damaged my Bach. My Bach's was an older cat, so he was a little more mellow and kinder, and so the kitten ends up like fucking up my Bach's ears, and he had cauliflower ear. They had to take him to the vet to get him medicine and stuff, and one of those cones for his head, and his health got worse and worse because that one cat was just punking him over and over, and he was feeling not like safe in his home. And we would give that one cat repercussions, as much as we could. But that other cat was just did not want to live in a house with more than one cat. That cat wanted to be number one, and he was a black Maine Coon cat named Bart. He was beautiful, but I think a lot of times sometimes cats don't want to be second best. Some cats want to be the only cat you have. So that's just how it is. So anyway, my Bach ended up dying, sadly, and I didn't have any help. And my husband, once I was in the back room, in the bedroom with my Bach because he was sick, and I was just trying to comfort him. And he was kind of drooling a little bit, my Bach, and his mouth was open because he's not feeling good. And my husband comes in, he's drunk and stuff. He comes over and mocks him and just does the expression like he's drooling and all that. Insensitive. And he said he loved that cat. I don't believe it. Cut to Bart, our last cat that ended up dying here at this apartment complex. He tried to pretend like he loved this cat and all that. But then sometimes I would see him throw the cat off the bed if he does something wrong. He was abusive. And God rest Bart's soul. He died 2 years ago, and I don't feel like he should have. So, yeah, another example of, narcissists and pets and animals just in general. When I moved in with my husband, he told me a story about this white cat he said he was like a punk ass and all that, and he bragged about the fact that he kicked him, he kept kicking him and everything, and he thought it was funny. But this is somebody who says he loves cats, that he's a cat person. So that's the end of my video about narcissists and taking care of pets. They try to pretend like they really love the pet, but they don't. They don't. It's all a show. And I fell for it for a little bit, and then I got wiser to it. The more that I journal wrote about what's going on and what I was observing. So if you can, write down everything you observe about the narcissist in your life so that you'll feel like you're not going crazy. Because all of this behavior is not right. It's horrible. It's horrific. But yeah, he paints himself as like, I'm perfect. I love animals. I love, it's bullshit. So, all right. If you'd like to donate, you can go to my Google Pay. And if you want to commiserate, talk more about what's going on with you, dealing with a narcissist in your life, feel free to email me. That's going to be in the description below as well. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. One thing I want to say before I end this video. Take some time out and do something for yourself. Every day I work on art because art's my passion. So if you don't know what your passion is, take some time out to find out. Get a quiet space and find out. Ask. Ask for what it is. Because some people have forgotten what their life path is here on this planet. So, brightest blessings to y'all, and I'll see you soon.